All right, just to follow up, like yesterday, right? Went over charting your London high and London low. This is what I like to do. London high right here in my green level, London low right here in my green level. So I have my purple line above, purple line below. So this is my London high, and here is my London low. Should have charted this earlier. I did not chart enough earlier to actually see the changes in price action, right? Had I actually done this, I was using levels from yesterday. I went into the market a little bit too cocky today, doing stupid stuff. I don't know what it was, man. I just slept in. It is what it is. So took a payout and decided that was the best thing I should do after hitting daily loss limit on one of my accounts. So I said, you know what? I'm going to yank out half the profits. That always makes me feel good. So that changed my mood on the day. But London high, London low. As you can see, we're rejecting off of London low. We cannot break back in the London zone. Failing to break into the London zone, failing to break into London zone. And then, I like to ignore the first half hour of price action, first 15, 20 minutes of price action, because I tend to get chopped up in there, right? This is 935. So, yep, this is our initial balance area here. We didn't extend beyond the initial balance high, and we were holding the initial balance high after, well, it was formed, it was formed here. We failed to break above the initial balance high, and we were rejecting. Look at the 5 minutes here. Look at the 5 minutes. We are rejecting the London low. Not sure if it's the overnight low. Might be the overnight low, but still, I use the London low. It's the London low. Failing to break back inside there. The initial balance is extending below the London zone. I look for shorts once we extend, right? So what I should have done and I did not do, and this is something that I'm making this video now to quickly journal this so I can remember this later, because I traded, I made some stupid decisions today, and it is what it is. I'm not perfect. But overnight inventory, London was short. They're short, they're short. Asia, I believe, was short as well. So we opened, we chopped in Asia and then sold off in London, right? Okay, perfect. So London's short. We're rejecting off the London. This is 9:30. Yeah. So we made a high. High a day is like at the open. Since then, we've just been selling off pretty much. Um, so initial balance. This is our initial balance zone here. Initial balance. This is the initial balance low. This is the initial balance high here. We didn't extend above the initial balance high. We rejected, and we had initial balance high acting resistance, as well as London low acting as resistance. So London was serious about taking this market short, and New York said, you know what, we're going to do the same thing. What I like to look for when London, when we're extending, and when I mean extending above London and looking for that nice trending day beyond the London zone, right? And take this into consideration, because if the London zone is 400 points, you really can't expect we're going to get like another 400 point trender past that to like an 800 point day. This here we have 20,542 to 20,448. So we have about a 100 point London zone here. Nice little 100 point London trend down. They retraced and then, chopped here. Buyers were trying to break back in, couldn't do it, and moved down. We created a low, and the low just so happened to be our initial balance low. So I love this, and I'm going to start paying more attention to this. When the initial balance is below the London low and price is staying below the London low, when we extend the initial balance, we are also extending the first move down on the London, or below the London low, right? This is our first extension, right? We cannot confirm that this is going to extend below, because we could have had an extension above, right? We could have came up, we could have came down, we could have came up, stopped out these shorts that are trying to bring market lower, and then we could have extended up and rotated to the London high, maybe extended initial balance, and just continued. Not saying we're going to retrace all the way to initial balance, but we could have continued, right? That is one thing we could have done, we didn't do, and that's why I'm trying to review this price action, because I like to review price action more when I have a losing day. So, we extended below the initial balance, but it's also the low of the first move on the first attempt to extend the London, right? So this level became very key. When we came up, they tried, they couldn't do it, we made a new low. So we extended here to make a new low, so lower low, and then we extended here. Perfect. When we pulled back, breaking these, it's game on. It's trend day. I should have waited for all of this. If I couldn't get up shorts up here at a good time, I should have waited for this. But I didn't. I was impatient. It is what it is. Market changed, right? The market changed. It was wicking a little bit more volatile today. 10 to 15 point 500 tick candles, and that's not my ideal territory. And that's another thing. I didn't pay attention to that. I use a 30 tick stop on NQ, which is decently tight. And I was getting stopped out too much. And I trade with a little bit bigger size. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? So then nice move down, right? Beautiful spot there. And this is why I look at the daily, and I know I preach this a lot on the daily chart, and I know you guys are sick of it. This is a nice V bottom here, beautiful. Look at what we wicked at. We broke this trend line, but look at what we wicked at. This is, for my mental notes, intraday, that when we are testing these psychological levels here, this midline here, am I going to try shorting to go to the next level? No. I'm going to stop trying to short, and I'm expecting profit taking, because look at what happens every time we touch these levels. It's either a battle or a retracement, and it's a retracement. This is why I like using the rollover ranges to try to find some sort of cost basis equilibrium where price is going to be potentially moving on a higher time frame in this contract cycle. December, I'll do the same thing. This time I'll actually kind of go over it as it's happening more and more and more. But just kind of wanted to go over my faults, my fuck-ups today. It is what it is. Hope you guys are making a lot of money. I'm just kind of reviewing the market, seeing what's going on, doing some recharting. But this is what I found today, right? And clear as day, I wasn't patient enough. And it is what it is. Sometimes you're the dog, sometimes you're the hydrant. Today I'm the hydrant. But, the last 5 days or so I've been the dog. And it is what it is. With that being said, hopefully you guys kill the rest of the day and keep note of this in the future. I have this charted. I'm going to keep note of this. I'm going to screenshot this, and I am going to save this. Make sure you guys journal your losing days, see what you did wrong, because you can journal your winning days, but you're going to just be patting yourself on the back for being correct. What are you learning from that? You're not learning anything from that. Okay, you're learning, okay, this worked. Okay, well, fine. When things work, of course, they worked. But you need to know what didn't work. Where were your mistakes? How do you prevent your mistakes from happening next time, right? I was a loser today, and here's my mistake. It is what it is. I should have waited for this. I didn't. It is what it is. I should have waited for a little bit more confirmation. Should have looked at my candle sizes to make sure my candles were the appropriate size for me. Wasn't. But just want to give you guys some transparency. Down $1,260 on an account today. And I just said, you know what? Screw it. I'm not doing anything else today except for figuring out my faults on the day and taking a payout to lock in some of those profits to make myself feel a little bit better about it, which I don't really care about the daily loss limit. It is what it is. I got some other accounts I got to work on. Not even touching them today. It is what it is, right? Take your time, be patient, and humble about it, right? This is me being humble about it. I've had some monster days recently, monster days, and usually what follows my monster days is a daily loss or multiple days of drawdown, or like going in from one account being having a loss, and then moving to another account having a loss, and then another account, and then then I'm stupid, and who knows, you might want to buy some evals, or I might risk a little bit more in my personal account, which I shouldn't do. So no, I took it as is. I'll take $1,000 or $1,260 losing day over my potential to lose more money, especially given the fact that I'm up a lot over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, between the accounts. So that's it. I'm taking it as a losing day. It's a red day. It is what it is. Tomorrow's a new day. Time to make money another day. That's it, guys. Losing day. Gonna go take the dog to get a pup cup. That's my plan. All right, guys. Good luck.